very good afternoon and welcome to Africa Today. I am Udwak Daniel. First, let's talk the headlines. And on the headlines, Buhari arrives in Kigali for CHOGM 2022. Still on the headlines, GHS denies Ebola outbreak. Also on the headlines, South African biotech company to develop first African-owned COVID-19 vaccine. And on sports, Super Falcons group opened in South Africa arrive Morocco for 2022 WAFCON. And now the news in detail. President Muhammadu Buhari on Wednesday evening arrived in Kigali, Rwanda for the 26th Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, that is the CHOGM. It was gathered that the meeting runs from June 22 to the 26th. He was received by the Rwandan Minister of Justice and Attorney General Emmanuel Ugirashe and Nigeria's High Commissioner to Rwanda Aishatu Musa. Buhari was accompanied by some government officials, including the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema. Others were the Minister of State, Trade and Investment, Ambassador Mariam Katagum, and Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Sadia Umar Farouk. The UN Deputy Secretary General Amina Mohammed was also there. The theme of CHOGM 2022 is Delivering a Common Future, Connecting, Innovating, Transforming, and the heads of government are expected to reaffirm their commitment to upholding the Commonwealth's Charter, which focuses on democracy, human rights, the rule of law, as well as economic opportunities and sustainable development. To yet another story, Nigerian Vice President Yemi Osibajo on Wednesday called on West African countries to improve their levels of cooperation to better address problems of healthcare access and out-of-school children, among other human development indices. Osibajo said this at the presidential villa Abuja when he received the Prime Minister of Guinea-Bissau, Nuno Nabiam, ahead of Thursday's ECOWAS Integrated Regional Human Capital Development Forum hosted by the National Economic Council. According to a statement signed late Wednesday by the Senior Special Assistant to the Vice President on Media and Publicity, Laolu Akande, the Vice President thanked Nabiam for honoring the invitation to attend the conference. Osibajo noted that Nigeria's National Economic Council has done a lot of work on human capital development, focusing on various challenges, including questions around out-of-school and healthcare access, and would significantly improve the human development indices in West Africa. He, however, acknowledged that the indices show that a lot more work still needs to be done. Osibajo commended President Umaru Embalo of Guinea-Bissau for his strong support for Nigeria, describing him as a very good friend of the country and the President, Muhammadu Buhari. Still in the news, two senators from Bauchi and Imo states have resigned their membership from the All Progressives Congress, that is the APC, and People's Democratic Party, that is the PDP, respectively. The lawmakers are Senator Dauda Jika, representing Bauchi Central and elected on the platform of the APC, and Senator Ezenwa Francis Onyewuchi, representing Imo East District, who was elected on the platform of the PDP. Both senators, in separate letters addressed to the President of the Senate, Ahmad Lawan, on Wednesday, conveyed their decision to resign the membership of APC and PDP to join the Labour Party, that is the LP, and New Nigeria People's Party, that is the NNPP, respectively. According to reports, the defection brings the number of APC senators to 66, with members of the minority parties standing at 43. The Senate President, Ahmad Lawan, read the letter to the House during Wednesday's plenary.
Letter of defection, Mr. President, and distinguished senators of my defection from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the Labour Party, LP. This is after this will enable me to participate fully in the movement for a new Nigeria. Accept the assurance of my highest esteem, signed Senator Ezenwa Onyewuchi. From the All Progressives Congress, APC, to the New Nigeria People's Party, Please accept the assurances of my esteemed personal regards. Signed, Senator Haliru Dauda Jika, FNS.
So much going on within the political scene in Nigeria. In the same vein, the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, that is the APC, Abdullahi Adamu, has expressed concern over the wave of defections of federal lawmakers in the party to opposition parties. He said this on Wednesday after a closed-door meeting with party members at the National Assembly. Senator Adamu admitted that while the party is worried about the gale of defections, nothing can be done about it. According to him, defections are normal. Adamu's comments came a day after two senators from the party defected to the People's Democratic Party, that is the PDP. The senators are Ahmed Keita, representing Katsina North, and Senator Francis Alimikena, representing shores of Nigeria. Let's head on to Ghana and have you know that Ghana Health Service, that is the GHS, has denied reports claiming that the country has recorded. Director General of GHS, Dr. Patrick Kuma Abogie, dismissed the claim at a meeting with the press on Wednesday. He noted that the various regional health directorates and national offices of the service routinely hold simulation exercises to assess their preparedness in handling disease outbreaks.
Some news that I will use the opportunity to explain what has happened. We don't have, but as a service, we always do simulations. We don't just wait for the thing to happen. We do simulations to say, should I have Ebola today? Is my system ready? And so that was an exercise that was being carried out in Tamale. That should there be Ebola outbreak, would the system be ready? Would the labs be ready? Would all the surveillance people be ready? And that's what I think somebody misconstrued that to be a real outbreak.
Earlier report, many alarmed with various comments on social media in reaction to the report. Ebola subsequently became #1 on Twitter trends, but the claim has since been rubbished by the country's health authorities. And now let's go to Guinea-Bissau and have you know that the government there has suspended the mayor of the capital, Bissau, for alleged corruption in a land sale and failure to pay employees' pensions, officials said. Mayor Louis Tachama had been in office since April 2021. He is a member of the Social Renewal Party, that is the PRS, a formation belonging to the presidential coalition, whose leaders are in friction with the camp of the head of state, Umaru Sissoco Embalo. Tachama is accused of deliberate acts of corruption in the distribution of public land, the non-payment of pensions to the municipal workers, and the unfair suspension of municipal employees, according to an order by the Minister of Territorial Administration, Fernando Gomez. The mayor was suspended along with two of his collaborators, his first deputy and the secretary general of the municipal institution. Mr. Nchama was replaced by Fernando Mendes, a member of a party belonging to the presidential camp. We now move to other parts of Africa after this break. Do stay with us. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. This is Africa Today on Hills TV. South African biotech company has teamed up with a Belgium-based firm to develop an African COVID-19 vaccine. South Africa's Afrigen Biologics and Belgium's Universals will develop the first African-owned COVID-19 shot as part of a broader effort to reduce the continent's reliance on other regions for vaccines. During the signing of the agreement on Tuesday, Afrigen, based in Cape Town, said it is working to facilitate the production of mRNA. Africa, which imports about 99% of the shot it needs, was left far behind wealthier nations in securing shots during the pandemic, with manufacturers. The partners said they will seek to develop vaccines that are cheaper to produce and easier to store and distribute in rural and remote locations where few people have been vaccinated. In Mozambique, police have on Wednesday arrested 5 Somalis suspected to be a network of kidnappers and drug traffickers in the coastal city of Beira in Sofala province. According to the Kenyan passports, 13 Mozambican asylum application cards, 7 Mozambican and Kenyan identity cards, and 4 Mozambican travel documents. Mr. Makuka added that the police were also investigating access to the documents. 53 immigrants for illegal stay in central Tete province. Among the illegal immigrants, 50 were Malawians and 3 Ethiopians aged between 17 and. More stories coming your way. Prince Charles laid a wreath on Wednesday at a memorial to the 1994 genocide in Rwanda during the first tribute to the Kigali Genocide Memorial, the final resting place for more than 250 victims of the massacres almost 3 decades ago. The royal couple also signed a note of remembrance to accompany a wreath of white flowers. They also spoke with survivors of the genocide, in which some 800,000, mainly Tutsi people, were murdered by Hutu extremist forces over July 1994. Thousands of skulls, bone fragments, and shreds of clothing. The memorial is a confronting testimony to the horrors of the genocide. Charles and Camilla also toured the Memorial Museum, where they viewed photographs of the victims and their possessions and heard personal testimonials about the killings. The royal couple touched down late Tuesday in Rwanda, where the Prince of Wales is representing his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, and years moved closer to the English-speaking world. We now get on to business on our day. Don't go away. Thank you for staying with us. This is Africa Today on Hills TV. Oil marketers have urged the federal government of Nigeria to put an end to the monopolistic privilege enjoyed by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, that is the NNPC. NNPC currently enjoys monopoly on importation and supply of petroleum products into the country. But oil marketers said the market situation was creating more problems for the country. Marketers under the auspices of the Major Oil Marketers Association of Nigeria, that is MOMAN, during a briefing with newsmen on Thursday said, as part of permanent in the importation of products, oil marketers have consistently complained about their inability to import products due to forex scarcity, rising inflation, including excess and multiple import charges and taxes by the customs and relevant government agencies. According to chairman of the association, Olumide Adeosun, the current scarcity of petrol was occasioned by supply of inadequacy in the last few weeks, as well as distribution challenges created by unavailability and continuous surge in international prices of automotive gas oil, that is, diesel. Still in the news, primary cooking fuels, kerosene and liquefiers referred to as cooking gas recorded an 88% price increase within 1 year. According to a recent report by the National Bureau of Statistics, that is the NBS, titled "The Price of Kerosene Went Up by 86.94% in 1 year." Kerosene, that is the HHK, paid by consumers in May 2022 increased by 15.21% on a month-on-month basis from 589.82 naira in April 2022 to 600 was recorded in Enugu with 868.75 naira, following Ebonyi with 861.11 naira and Imo with 801.67 naira. On the other hand, the lowest price was recorded in with 601. Don't go away.
Good afternoon. This is Sports News on Africa Today. I am Memo Cynthia Asoya. Super Falcons Group C opponent Bayana of South Africa on Wednesday landed in Casablanca, Morocco, ahead of this year's Women's African Cup of Nations. The team's arrival was confirmed on Bayana's Twitter handle. Following their arrival, they will continue with preparations for the tournament, which will commence on July 2. They will get their campaign off against 9-time champion Super Falcons in Rabat. The two teams met twice at the 2018 tournament in Cameroon, with the South Africans winning at the group stage, while Falcons emerged winners in the final via penalties. This year's tournament in Morocco will be the qualifiers for the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. Nigerians on the 17-team women's team, the Flamingos, will know their opponents in the group stage of the World Cup on Friday. According to reports, 16 countries have qualified for the biennial competition to be staged in India. The draw will be held at the FIFA headquarters in Zurich, Switzerland. China, PRO, Japan, New Zealand, USA, Canada, Mexico, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Germany, Spain, France, Morocco, Nigeria, Tanzania, and host India are the teams battling it out for glory at the 17th edition of the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. India 2022 will take place between 11th and 30th October. Was earlier billed to hold last year, but was postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic. Bayern Munich have signed Sadio Mane from Liverpool. Both clubs confirmed the transfer as the Senegal attacker signed a 3-year deal with the Bundesliga champions after 6 seasons with the British club Liverpool in 269 matches and tallied 102 Premier League and Club World Cup during 6 years on the Merseyside. The Senegalese star is seen as a coup for Julian Nagelsmann's men and the Bundesliga. Mane told a press conference that he chose Bayern Munich even though he had other offers and that it was the right moment to move on. His signing will ease the pain for Bayern if one-away striker Robert Lewandowski leaves the club, while Germany winger Serge Gnabry is also stalling over a contract extension. And that's your sport news on Africa Today. I am Memo Cynthia Asoya. Back to Udwak for the rest of the news.
Great input there, Memo Cynthia Sawyer. Thank you for that one on sports. Still in the news, the Katsina State Police Command, in collaboration with members of vigilante groups, had foiled terrorist attacks at Sabongdawa village of Zakat district in Safana local government area of the state. The police spokesman SP Gambo Isa, in a statement on Wednesday, as commending the police members of the vigilante and the community for their resilience in defending the community from terrorist attacks. Newsmen gathered that the incident occurred on Tuesday after a distress call was received Zaka district, Savannah local government area of Katsina State. The divisional police officer of Savannah had in response led a combined team in two of the terrorists and foiled their heinous mission. CP Dauda further assured the public that the police will continue to do everything possible to ensure the safety and security of their communities. He urged them to report any suspicious person or group of persons to the police. And that's Africa Today, but before we go, another look at our top stories. We told you that Buhari arrives in Kigali for CHOGM 2022. We HS denies Ebola. We had you informed on the fact that South African biotech company to develop first African-owned COVID-19 vaccine, and on sports. Super Falcons Group opponents South Africa arrived. Our YouTube channel is at Hills TV. I am Udwak Daniel. Thank you for watching.